Hello again, everyone. It's been a while since I've made a YouTube video, and this video is going to be a short little one on making New York City subway style track, because no one actually makes it, from scratch that I know of anyway. I made a 2-foot long basswood jig for the track using a piece of 3/8 inch thick by 3 inch wide basswood with a piece glued and nailed onto the back of the basswood to act as a straight edge to keep the jig ties in line so that they're nice and straight and even, that you can see there. All right, and every 5th tie is a 3rd rail tie. Now, and Micro Engineering and Atlas make their respective tracks and everything, but they're made for regular freight railroad track. No one that I know of actually makes a subway style track with an outside lying 3rd rail like you have on Metro North, on New York City Transit, or Long Island Railroad. And most people who model that have to, whether it's H or O, have to go ahead and add little pieces with the 3rd rail that they glue in place instead of having the entire tie. Now, I made this track, this section here, using the jig that you see over here. And what it is I use masking tape to, when I cut the ties and I lay them in between the jig ties, you rub the masking tape down all along it down the middle, and then you lift out the jig. Now the thing is, here's a little trick that I found out. You can use a riffler file to go ahead and have the spacing between the ties properly. Here's the riffler file here. It's just a hair wider than the actual ties I use, which are 3/8 by 1/6 by what is it? Once again, yeah, 1/8 by 3/16, and that's what I cut with. And then when the tie, I lift them up as one whole strip. You can see with the masking tape, it's one whole strip of ties. And then I go ahead and lift them out of the jig, and then I can lay them wherever I want, a road bed or whatever, and I can spike rail onto them. But I'm going to be using tie plates that I got, and I'm going to be using those to spike between the rail and the ties. And then I'm going to stain everything. Actually, before I lay the rails, I'm going to stain them. And this way you have a nice whole section of track. You can make the jig as long as you want with it. This is 2 feet long, 24 inches. I made one before that was 3 feet long, so most of my sections are 3 feet, but I found that that's a little bit unwieldy, especially if you want shorter sections. You can cut it, yeah, but still it's like, but this is going to be used for, this section here is going to be used for a curve on my L, and it's going to have the 3rd rail running on the outside, and so this way you can see how it's done, and it's not that hard, really. It's just that I figured I wanted to have the track look like track, and instead of looking like somebody that stuck little pieces on the end and, regular track, because I can tell the difference between the wood and the plastic, and I wanted this, and it's all wood track. So hope you guys enjoy this. Critiques, comments, and questions are welcome. Bye-bye.